ladies and gentlemen. Today we're taking a look at the HNATUY Hero X. This is a new watch which is sold by Didamoda, their shop. I will drop a link to them down in the description below. They're the shop that sells all the HNATUY watches, the Ulto 8 watches, and this is one of I believe one of their newer brands that they're releasing. It's actually available on pre-order, and you can save I believe like $70. I believe the price the release is $200 US. Well, it's going on pre-order for about 120, 130 bucks. It's a pretty cool watch, kind of in that Bell & Ross style case. Completely skeletonized dial, as you can see here. The build quality is actually really good for the price, in my honest opinion there. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Very interesting, very out of the box, the design. And let's take a look at the box, what's on my wrist, and we'll jump right into it. On my wrist is actually the Ulto 8. This is the Starburst one, as you can see, with that crazy Starburst thing on the dial, which is fully loomed. It's one of these smaller ones, actually. The Ulto 8 makes their kind of this style futuristic watch a bit smaller. And as you can see, my wrist is 6.5 inches, and it fits, nicely on the wrist. This is by Ulto 8, which is actually sold by Didamoda. I believe these are like $4.50 with the discount code as well. But yeah, this one is coming for review real soon. Now, it will come in one of these special edition boxes. You can see here the HNATUY box, Hero Nature U. Pretty simple. It opens up. There's a pad inside. And yeah. Pretty simple box. Now the watch itself is solid 316L stainless steel, which is completely sandblasted, which is a very nice smooth finish. It's solid 316L stainless steel, but it has that nice smooth finish, obviously, because of the sandblasting, as you can see here, which is really nice. Very smooth, no sharp edges or anything like that. Signed crown. Just a really cool kind of square case shape, which is something we don't see that often. Nice little line engraved here, which is pretty cool. A lot of cool stuff going on in this watch. So you can see we get 4 screws over here. You get a stationary bezel, 0 through 60. We get a completely skeletonized dial, as you can see. Let me get you in a little closer, which is really, really cool. You can see going off here the balance wheel, which is really cool. And you get markings. It's a multi-layered dial as well. It's just a really interesting watch. There's a few different color variations of this actual model. I think for the price, you're getting something pretty interesting, pretty different. It's not a homage watch or anything like that, if you're not into that kind of stuff. And yeah, this is the Hero X. We do have, about 50 meters of water resistance. We do have a screw-down crown, though. Screw-down crown, 50 meters of water resistance. Not something to definitely swim with, I'd say. If you get wet, I would not be too worried about that. The case size is 44 millimeters across, which is, I'd say, a bit on the larger side. We get 52 millimeters from these short little stubby lugs here to here. That's 52 millimeters. Case thickness is really nice at 13 millimeters. That's including the stationary bezel and the crystal as well. So yeah, it's pretty thin actually. It does house an automatic Seiko ST2502JK movement, which is an automatic Seiko produced movement. It actually beats at 4 Hertz, which is pretty nice. Has hacking and hand winding, which feels pretty good actually. And you can get a glimpse. There's actually a smoky exhibition case back, which is pretty cool. You can get a glimpse of the movement in there. The actual screwed down case back, as you can see here, is stainless steel, and it's not sandblasted. Then you have kind of those 4, it looks like little tips of rockets coming out each side, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, the hands themselves, let's get a little closer on the dial. So you have copper loomed hands here, which is pretty cool. You have blue accents on the 12. As you can see, going around there, you have 5, 10, and 15 as well. Nice anti-reflective coating on the crystal as well. So you can see that blue sheen right there. So you get 12, 5, 10, 15. And you get the 8 over here and the 4 over here. Just for orientation. I must say, there is no actual minute marking, so you definitely have to set it at a certain time, like, 4:30, and then let it run, and then you'll be good to go. But yeah, it's kind of carved out here, the hour markings, which is pretty cool, very interesting. We have kind of that X going across the dial, as you can see here, with a square blue in the middle, where the hands are connected. Nice pointer style hands, blue tipped rectangular loomed on the sweeping seconds hand, which is pretty cool. There's some loom on this watch as well. This watch does come in a few different colors, but I didn't mention. I think this is the nicest color, in my honest opinion, that nice light baby blue. It does come in a blue, green, and an orange as well. So if you're interested in that. Now the movement, getting back to the movement, has a 42-hour power reserve, hand winding hacking, beats at 4 Hertz. And so far it's been pretty accurate in my eyes. I don't see anything wrong with it. I'd say it looks okay through the skeleton front. I'd say the rotor is actually not that bad. There's some striping on the rotor as well. But yeah, the case is actually pretty nice, very neat, very neatly cut and finished. I think they did a great job on that, and it's actually pretty legible for being a skeletonized watch. Now the band is 22 millimeters, but it does flare out over here. See, it's 22, but it kind of flares out like a pilot style band here. With this black stitching over here, it's genuine leather. It's actually pretty comfortable and of good quality. Wouldn't worry about changing that out. The strap width comes up to 26 over here. It's actually 22 when it goes in the lugs. But it comes out to 26 over here, then drops all the way down to 20 towards the end. Just to let you know, and the strap length is 125 millimeters by 80 millimeters. So if you have a larger wrist, I think this would suit you just fine. But yeah, other than that, there's not really much left to say about this watch, other than the pretty unique design, which I found pretty cool. Just a lot of different angles, different cuts. There you can see the movement. There's a little striping on the movement there, as you can see. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. The buckle as well is actually sandblasted as well to match the case. But yeah, it has a little loom on it. You can see we get the nice logo over there as well. HNATUY automatic, as you can see. And yeah, it just feels very well constructed for the price. Nice large crown guards, very grippable crown as well. Go ahead and unscrew the crown, no issues there with that grip. Nice pop, self-winding. One position and you get hacking and you can set the time here. Push that back down, starts running again. Then you screw the crown back in and you're all good to go. Everything functions very nicely, very smooth. And yeah, quite surprised. Anyway, let me throw the torch on it, see how much loom we got on this one. Now in terms of loom, there is just loom on the actual hour and minute hand and that little triangle there, so you're going to be able to read the time of night. You're going to know where you are on the dial, but that is the loom. Planted on my 6.5 inch wrist, as you can see here, the watch actually wears really thin, but it's definitely a larger watch, as you can see. Actually, lug to lug, it just goes over a little bit, maybe 2 millimeters on the lug to lug there, but I have a pretty small wrist at about 6.5 inches, as you can see there. It definitely is very comfortable straight out of the box on this genuine leather black band here. I must say, it is pretty legible for being a skeletonized dial, which is something we don't see a lot from skeletonized dial watches. But yeah, it's definitely very comfortable. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. Definitely feel it on the wrist, but it's not, super heavy or anything like that. Which is pretty nice. I would say if you have like a 7-inch wrist and up, this one will fit you a little better. I mean, obviously I can pull it off, but it's definitely a larger watch. Obviously, it's a square case. So furthermore, guys, I think this is a pretty interesting release from this new company. I think it's pretty cool. The quality is definitely very good for the price, I must say. Obviously, it's something very different. As a skeletonized dial, it's a different case shape. But other than that, it's pretty good quality. I like the case cut, the finishing. And it's a movement I haven't seen before, which is something different, something interesting. We're so used to NH35s and Miyota, 9015s and 8215s and SW200s, and now the SOPRODs and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's just something different at an affordable price, not going to break the bank. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below as usual. This is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews coming at you with this new release from Didamoda official shop. I'll drop a link down to them in the description below. This is the HNATUY Hero X. Definitely subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below. Like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.